Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 3rd of September, 2024. I'm Michael Thompson. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about, so let's get cracking with story number 1. The S&P ASX 200 closed down 0.1% today to 8,103 points. Again, recovering a bit over the day after some steeper morning losses. IT and financials were the top performers over the day, with Commonwealth Bank hitting a new high, ending the day up 1%. The deepest losses were in consumer staples, metals and mining, and materials amid concerns about the Chinese economy and commodity prices. The falls were led by Mineral Resources and Liontown Resources, both down 8.5%. Woolies fell 2.8%. Coles was down 2.4%. Both of those, though, were trading ex-dividend. Travel business Kelsian Group was a top performer, up 5.8% after posting expectation-beating earnings. Keep in mind, though, that just last week it saw a 25% fall in its share price after unveiling cost overruns on construction of its new Kangaroo Island ferry. On to story number 2, and the mortgage wars might be back on soon. Macquarie Bank grew its home loan book at 5 times the rate of competitor banks in July. Australian Prudential Regulation Authority data shows that Macquarie's mortgage business grew by 1.6% compared to a 0.3% market average. The Financial Review is reporting that this is a sign that competition is soon to heat up for mortgages, which could help drive rates down or spur on some attractive refinance and new loan offers. That's because Macquarie is considered a challenger bank to the Big Four, and they were one of the driving forces behind the last 2022 and 2023 mortgage wars by attracting those coming off fixed rates from the big banks. Story number 3, in what may well be one of the biggest infrastructure deals of the year, New York-based Blackstone has won out as the top bidder to buy Australian data centre business AirTrunk. The deal is expected to be worth more than $20 billion, including debt, and Blackstone has emerged as the top bidder for the business, which was launched in 2016 and has since expanded across Asia. AirTrunk's majority stakeholders, Macquarie Group and PSP Investments, are looking to finalise a deal, but so far no one is commenting publicly on the tightly held details of the arrangement, though multiple media sources are reporting that it is indeed imminent. Story number 4, Foreign Affairs Minister Penny Wong used a significant speech at the Asia Summit today to double down on the need for Australia to undertake more investment in the region. Senator Wong pointed out the enormous amount of cash flooding into Southeast Asia from the US and China and said Australia just isn't keeping pace despite having a good foundation with the region. She warned that Australia is being left behind and that solely relying on a relationship with China means missing the benefit of getting ahead in growing markets and facing instability and vulnerability. She used her speech to explain that while restoring a dialogue with China and improving that relationship is critical, a large part of the answer to the shifting global challenge is, quote, the thousands of kilometres between Australia, the United States and China and the Indo-Pacific. And finally, story number 5, China has warned Japan that it will retaliate economically should there be more restrictions of sales and servicing of chip-making equipment to its firms. Senior but unnamed Chinese officials, cited in an exclusive report from Bloomberg, say the posturing occurred in recent meetings with Japanese officials. It's particularly concerning to Toyota, which warned that Beijing could make good on threats to restrict access to critical minerals that it needs for car making. At the heart of this fight is US-China relations and the battle for AI progress, with the US government encouraging Japan and the Netherlands to do more to restrict Chinese access to equipment and processes in line with its own efforts in recent years. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 3rd of September 2024. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Wednesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.